Good morning, everybody. It's week 5. Going up against Cass and the all fairy type team. So there were 3 teams in between both conferences that decided to do mono type team. We have a fire type team, a dragon type team, and a fairy type team. And one of those mono type teams is obviously in my division. Fairy is a great type to have, so if you're going to go mono type, fairy seems pretty good. Pretty good as a type by itself to run all all of your mons having. I mean, in all things considered, I think it's a pretty good team too. I think most of us olds ranked the mono type teams pretty harshly, just because obviously type diversity and flexibility and what mons you can draft obviously mean a lot. But I mean, all things considered, I think all 3 mono type teams are pretty good considering that they're monotype teams. And this fairy team is no exception. I mean, Feeney's a great mon to build around. Mega Mawile is also a great mon to build around. Mega Mawile is like the primary physically offensive force on this team, and with huge power, it is a big force. So it's Mega Mawile can be a lot to handle. Plus, in its base form, it has Intimidate, so it swaps in and gets an Intimidate off, and then Mega Evolves to have huge power, which is pretty good because it makes it have a little more staying power with by dropping the physical offenses of the opponent. And then you have like Ninetales Alola for added bulk if you want to run Aurora Veil with Setting Snow. Plus Blizzard is also always a nice move to spam without an accuracy check in Snow. Between solid damage and freeze chance. Screamtail is like the ultimate support mon, fantastic bulk all around, and you can run like booster speed, like encore disable stuff, and really just like mess with your opponent's game plan. Rabombi is a great Pokemon, incredibly fast, 124 base speed with Shield Dust, which is effectively like a built-in Covert Cloak essentially. Covert Cloak before Covert Cloak existed. So you don't gotta worry about like Fake Out or any sort of secondary effects and whatnot. You can just, it's like Rabombi is like a great mon until you with Sash, because Fake Out isn't gonna deal with it. You would essentially need 2 mons faster than Rabombi to take it out, which in this format is possible. I mean, spoiler, I have a lot of fast mons that, given certain scenarios like Booster Energy Treads or Psychic Tea Driftblim, that can outspeed, or even like a Scarf Mon, but outside that, Rabombi can usually get off a free Tailwind if it chooses to. And then Comfey, I've been rolled by a Comfey on, I believe it was Keith's team a few seasons ago. Just like specs Comfey with like Giga Drain and Draining Kiss. It can just like, you don't have to invest in its speed at all if you don't want to. It has good speed, it's got like 100 base speed. Yeah, but you don't have to run any speed if you don't want to. You can run bulk and special attack and then just click priority moves all game. Maybe not necessarily into a Lele team unless you plan on swapping Feeney in to remove Psychic Terrain, but yeah, I mean, it can deal pretty good damage when you invest in its special attack. Also gets access to Tailwind and Trick Room, which, kind of like an all-in-one speed control mon if you really choose to run it that way. Shiinotic, I don't know too much about Shiinotic. I know it gets access to Spore, which is always good. So in Trick Room, I think it's got like 30 base speed. You can always run this thing in Trick Room and click Spore all over an opponent's team and put the team to sleep, and then just click buttons. But outside that, I don't really know what this thing does other than Spore and maybe some offensive moves. Strength Sap too, it gets Strength Sap, which is pretty good. Mimikyu is always good. Disguise is a fantastic ability. You have to attack it and remove the disguise before you can actually get a good attack off. And then when you do remove disguise, it takes 1/8. I think it's 1/8 of its HP in damage when the disguise is busted. So no more last gen stuff where you can run Focus Sash Mimikyu and you have to hit it twice and it still lives because of Sash. But I don't know, Mimikyu is pretty good. It's like the next, I think, physically offensive mon on this team. You can run like Swords Dance behind the disguise and then click like Shadow Sneak or Shadow Claw or Play Rough and deal really good damage. So pretty good mon. You can also set Trick Room pretty reliably as well. So you have like Rabombi and Mimikyu are 2 like pretty reliable mods getting their respective trick room modes up, or speed control modes up, which is pretty good. Serendipity is pretty cool, very bulky, also has access to like Heat Wave and a lot of other supportive moves, in addition to having Toxic Chain where you can just like hit your opponent with a move, have a chance to apply Toxic, and then, you know, just like Roost or Protect or stall out the opposing team while they just like slowly fade. So I'm not really expecting Serendipity to pull any stall strats against my team. My team kind of likes to go fast and hit as hard as possible a lot of the time, so I don't really expect to see Fez into this matchup. Darkspawn, however, I do expect to show up with Well-Baked Body and like Darmanitan looking as good as it does. It's like, where is it? Right here, yeah, this Fire Column. Obviously Feeny resists, but like other than that, it's like Darmanitan just has like free reign on Flare Blitz on his team, so I do expect Darkspawn to make an appearance with Well-Baked Body, just as like a switch in or as a means to stop Darmanitan from steamrolling. So, and like, yeah, Well-Baked Body plus Body Press is pretty good, so I definitely expect Darkspawn into this matchup. Body Press is also like pretty solid into my team, so I don't see a reason why you wouldn't bring Darkspawn into this matchup. So, and then Rapidash Galar, very cool mon, not expecting it, so I'd probably expect these 5 probably. Feeny, Mawile, Rabombi, Mimikyu, Darkspawn. The 6th could literally be anything. I don't really know. Maybe like Streamtail for speed support, or Ninetales for Aurora Veil stuff, but some combination. This is probably what I would expect going into the matchup. So, yeah, should hopefully be a good match. I'm excited. I don't have anything too crazy going on this week. I'm doing round strats again. I didn't get to use them a few weeks ago in the matchup that I brought it, but assuming that the matchup or like the Terra types look okay, and the 6 that I brought, it looks good into it, I'm probably going to try and make round happen this week, just because I think it'd be fun. So, also seems pretty solid into Rabombi specifically, who, you know, it's a pretty nice answer to have a fast mon click round, remove the sash, and then have the second mon KO with round. So, it should be fun. But yeah, let's get it kicking and jump into the match. I'll see you there. Alrighty, let's see what we got here. We got the Feeny and the Mawile, makes sense. We got the Mimikyu and the Rabombi, which makes sense. No Darkspawn. Alright, we got 2 fire resists. Feeny normally plus Terra Water, and then also Ninetales with Terra Water. No Terra out of the electric weakness on Feeny for Eleki is really good for me. Let's go Treads Mouse, probably Darm Lele, I'm thinking. Let's give it a shot. Could be Trick Room. Could also be Terra Water. Could be like Protect Trick Room, maybe. Could just go for an Oko on this thing right here. A double up with like Iron Head plus Pop Bomb into it. Mimikyu might set Trick Room, so be it. Hopefully it's not like Rocky Helmet or something, that'd be terrible. That'd be so bad. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think there's been any Rocky Helmets used against me, but I also haven't brought Population Bomb yet, so... Oh, that also works. And it is Terra. I should have high horsepowered. Well, that's pretty good damage, actually. Big crit. I mean, it's still dealing about 10 per hit, so I don't know that the Intimidate would have mattered. Beautiful. What did it actually? Because that was 3, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I think even without the crit, if I get all 10 hits, it's still a KO. And obviously, I have 10 chances to crit with that attack. It's just crazy that the first one did. Iron Head into this, Population Bomb into this. A switch, okay, and a Protect, yeah, makes sense. You could swap back out into Mawile again. Let's go high horsepower here, and honestly, let's just Population Bomb. Or I high horsepower taunt this slot just to see. Oh, that's the slot that switches. Interesting. Okay. Unfortunate, but probably wouldn't deal much damage. Muddy Water miss is lucky. Double miss is crazy. Double miss is crazy. 3 high horsepower miss, Muddy Water double miss. That's just bonkers. So I have a free attack into this slot now because it's taunted. I think I just take it. High horsepower. Probably just population bomb into this slot. Get some damage off. That's still good damage. Maybe get a crit or two, but either way, just getting some chip damage on this thing would be good. Citrus, yep, okay. Makes sense. Dude, double miss on treads is insane. That is crazy. If this thing is fast, Darm might not outspeed. Do I just assume that this Feeny is like mostly... Because I'm adamant with only 36 speed EVs, so like my Darm is not that fast. And if Feeny doesn't have any speed EVs, then Darm should outspeed both. Let's do it. Surely this KOs. It is faster. Oh boy. So Feeny is faster. I'm gonna swap Lele in, protect Darm. Ooh, Trick Room would be real bad. We haven't even seen any moves on this thing. I think I still want to make this play because I want to get Psychic Terrain up. Treads will outspeed both. Double Intimidated on it, so I'm not dealing much damage. In theory, I could double into the Mimikyu, but like Darm could just get Sucker Punched here, which is not ideal. Although if I swap out Protect Darm and then this Trick Rooms, that's going to be kind of bad. Shadow Claw, okay. Brick Break. That to me says that this Mimikyu is fast. Yeah, let's Moonblast into this, and do I swap Treads in? Let's do this. Hope Treads lives a Shadow Claw. Okay. Okay. Remove the Lele maybe? Please? Yes. Okay. Okay. Alright, we're in business. I believe Ironhead should KO, unless this thing is like super bulky. Physically anyway. I probably lose this game if Feeny doesn't miss a ton of those Muddy Waters, actually. It being faster than Darm is brutal. I should have maybe invested more in speed. We don't actually know if this thing has Protect. Ironhead, Brick Break, probably has, yeah, it's got Protect, so. Okay, good, that just KOs. And then we double into this. Psychic Terrain, don't have to worry about any Sucker Punch mind games. So it may not have Sucker Punch. Speed control definitely seems to be the big thing that game, and we didn't see any Trick Room from Mimikyu. We only saw Shadow Claw, so it could be like Bandit, like Fast Bandit or something. Let's do round strats. Let's have, you know, let's have some fun. I wanna bring it. Let's bring a Lekking back. I kind of want to bring Mouse, but like Follow Me Sport would be good, but whatever. Intimidate, okay, yep. Alright, so we know this thing can't Terra out of its... No Ghost, or Steal, or Resist. So you know what time it is. Well, actually, you could just attack into Lele and like, destroy me. But what I feel like this is gonna be... is probably, like, Protect Tailwind, maybe? Although, if this attacks into Lele, it's brutal. I think I just die. Which would be really sad for my round strat, but I honestly think we're still gonna go for it. So we will round into this and Terra Normal. I'm not gonna do Terra, right? Hopefully not. Terra Normal, round into this. Yippee! Wahoo! The round strats. Finally. Finally. I can sing to my heart's content. Now this could be like Protect Trick Room. We never saw Protect on Mimikyu, so like maybe it's banned? We know this is Citrus. I have a Lucky in the back, can't tear out of its weakness. Yeah, we could Shadow Ball into this, and let's Psy Shock into it as well. Oh! If Lele gets an attack off, that could be really good. Oh, Drain Punch. Oh, that's so good. Okay, well, that's bad. That's really bad. Does a Lucky even like KO Feeny? If it's bulky? No. Why does it still show Mimikyu at 100%? Shouldn't it be at 88? Because it's disguised with busted? Oh well. This thing's gotta protect, right? I'm gonna double into the Mimikyu. Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay. Special defense drop. Oh my god. Special defense drop into crit is crazy. This thing can't protect now. Skill swap into this and Thunderbolt into this is probably my play here. Taro's already used. Yeah. I lose my speed boost, but whatever. That thing is tanky. Holy moly. Alright, who's dying? Not a Lucky. Not a Lucky. Oh right, because I swapped off Huge Power, of course. How much did that Thunderbolt do? 75? That's crazy. Iron Head, Brick Break, Protect, Player Up. So no Sucker, so no priority. Okay. Now this is a bit of an interesting position because I need to remove the Feeny here. I think what I want to do is Shadow Ball into this and Electro Web. At least lets me get a hit off on the Feeny. I mean, that thing is super bulky. Probably not going to KO with the amount of bulk that's on it, so. But it'll give me like some speed control so that, I mean, this could protect. I mean, do I double up into Mala? I kind of like the Electro Web play because if it doesn't protect, I at least bring it into like chip range with Drift Blimp. I mean, the goal obviously is to remove Feeny here, right? Feeny also wants to protect because if I just Thunderbolt into this slot, then it just dies. It didn't protect. I should have doubled it. Good damage. Muddy Water Miss is crazy. Iron Head comes out, okay. And then Darm comes out, so both my Mons should outspeed both of theirs. No priority on either one of them. We do see a Protect. Okay, we don't miss, that's beautiful. I think Darm would have been fine, but you never know. Yeah, that's, I don't know, that's brutal. That's really tough. I mean, how many, is it 4? Well, one was high horsepower. The double Muddy Water Miss. Into, yeah, the back-to-back treads avoiding Muddy Waters to me, like, 2 turns in a row is insane. So I just get, like, he just gets to sit on the field and chip away. And then what, how many avoids did we get this game? Yeah, a Lucky avoided. A Lucky avoided. Drift Blimp avoided. Yeah, so like, was that collectively 6 targets missed overall with Muddy Water, so yeah, that's tough. I definitely think game 1 is probably a loss without some of those, especially Darm, because if Darm got hit by a Muddy Water at any point, I would have lived, but I would have been, like, I probably wouldn't have been alive at this point, like 26%, I probably would have, Muddy Water would have done about that, maybe a little bit more, so, I don't know, yeah, that's a tough set. That's a tough set for sure. A 2-0 for me is really good. A 2-0 win is really good for me. For 1 for my differential, but 2 just because now that puts me, yeah, because now that'll put me at 2-3 -1. It's gonna be a tough division, I think, to make playoffs anyway, and I still have to go up against Daddy and Jordan, both of which who have been playing really well this season. I mean, they always play well, but yeah, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. I'm gonna have to fight real hard and play real well. So, but yeah, GG's cast, good set. Well, good set for me, I suppose. For those muddy water misses are brutal. So, so that is pretty unfortunate on your end. Hopefully, you either hit muddy water in the future in your future sets, or you just click gold. So, or like, I don't know, surf protect maybe. I don't know. Muddy water's a good move, but only if you hit. If you miss, it's brutal. Especially like back-to-back misses, like in this set's really tough. GG's either way. Good luck on the rest of your season. I like your monotype fairy team, and you've been doing pretty well with it so far. So hopefully you can crank out a couple more wins to round out the season. Maybe even have a chance at playoffs. And if you do make it to playoffs, congrats. And we'll go from there. Maybe we'll see each other in playoffs. I don't know. I'm not so sure I'm gonna make it, but we'll see. But yeah, GG's. I'm gonna call it here. Keep it short. And I'll see you next week. See ya!